We're back with the command center, but today we're going to be adding an interior. It's going to be an armored interior. So we're trying to make this one of the safest things like in this planet, and of course be a mobile command center. So let's get started on the interior, and this is going to be crazy. And here we are. So this is where we left off on the last video of making this EMP proof vault. So if there is an EMP strike, this thing would completely drop, blocking the door, and same thing with this other side. This thing's just amazing. But the first thing we're going to do is make this entire thing look better by just simply blocking it off. So we're going to block it off, tell about the door point right there, and there we go. So now it barely looks like there's anything over here, but there definitely is. We're hiding a ton of advanced systems actually behind this little crevice. And then we have to keep in mind that the back of this thing is not going to be as armored as the center, because we're going to make this bottom piece right here, this little red thing that sticks out. This is actually going to be armored and reinforce the bottom of this thing. So we're technically protected on all sides in this area. As of now, we're going to be putting a giant window right here so we can actually see if this armor plate thing did drop. And if it did, that normally means there's probably some type of issue going on. So we're going to grab ourselves some 3x3 here, and we're going to color it black because it looks a little bit nicer like that. And there we go. So now we will be able to see if this thing actually falls. Then of course we have to connect all the buttons up. So let's see what these buttons even mean. So this is the open button. So we're going to connect this to the actual door. This is an emergency open button also if there's an EMP. Actually, wait, no, that doesn't work. This open button only does work if you want to reopen it after one of these sensors have been shot. So we're going to put that right there. And then we got the close button. I think this is right here. We didn't actually label it, but we'll definitely do that. All right. So as you can see, I've spawned it in. We moved the buttons right there. We can walk through, do all that. We can close it. And then we have an emergency closed vault, which closes it on both sides. So not just one, but it closes it on the outside one also. And then we can do a open also, which will just basically overwrite that one. Then we have this microcontroller here that controls all of that. So we need to make a microcontroller that's super protected. So we need to put it somewhere near the center because that's like very important stuff. And since we know that the back isn't that armored, I think we're going to be adding an armory back here. So a lot of you guys were saying that on the last video. I totally agree with that. We need an armory in this thing because this is basically an apocalypse type of vehicle. For the armory, we're going to line it 3 blocks away from this actual door here, so there's enough room to see this thing if it's going down or not. And we want the hallway to be slightly in the middle of this entire thing because it'll just be the most armored, and normally you're in the hallway. Yeah, I think you would be at least. So we're just basically making the armory room right now. We're just going to block it off until about like right here maybe. All right, I feel like there's a decently sized armory. We're definitely going to fit some explosives in here and stuff. For the armory, we're going to be using one of these doors that cannot be EMP'd. So this thing is always going to be able to open no matter what. I don't think it'll need a lock on it. I mean, this thing's already locked down by itself. So if you're in here and you get a gun, honestly, that's just like some type of hiring issue. But yeah, let's spawn this in and kind of look at the height of the roof. I feel like the height is like, yeah, this thing's giant. Oh my gosh. Okay, this thing is like a tank. Oh, all right. So this is the armory. The door will swing open like that. We'll probably have like some armored vest right here, some guns on this side. We're totally going to do that, but we're still working on the blueprint, so we got to do the other rooms before that. So then directly across from the armory, we're going to make a bathroom. All right, so a bathroom is necessary, but it's not necessary enough for us to put it in the actual center. And actually, I don't think we need 3 blocks to walk through there. I think we can go off 2. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit claustrophobic walking through here, but that's totally fine. And that leaves us just enough room in this area to barely make a bathroom, so it's going to be really tight. Let's see if we can even fit a door here. So we want it to open from going in the inside so it doesn't block the hallway if anything happens. All right, so as you can see, we can still walk through here. It's definitely really tight, but I mean, it seems pretty realistic. And then we can open the door, use our bathroom, probably have like a little sink on this side. It'll all work out. All right, so I don't know if we're going to be able to actually end up fitting a shower in here. I mean, I think it'll be fine. Do you need to take a shower if anything happens? I don't think so. All right, so I don't know if I'm that good at designing toilets. We'll just make a simple one for now because of course we still need to make the blueprint for this thing. So we are going to start on this little toilet like that, and then we need to make a sink on this side like we stated. All right, so for a sink, we're going to do something like this. So this is a sink, and then we need an inverse pyramid, which will kind of just curve the sink like this. All right, I'll show you right here. So curve it, and then we're going to curve it on this end right here, and then we're going to use an exhaust manifold thing. Okay, so we have our exhaust manifold. We'll angle it down like this, and that's like our little faucet for the sink. So as you can see, we've just barely made it past this point right here. Here, how about I don't break it? But around right here is when the armory part starts to happen, or the super armored part. So we have around 4 blocks we have to kind of fill up here. So on this side of the wall, I think we're going to make the entire situation room. So this is going to be where we house all of our super classified meetings at, and it's going to be a decently sized room. Actually, maybe not that big. We don't want it to be like too tremendously big, and we're going to block it off right about here. I feel like that'd work. We're going to go on this view that lets us see above the actual vehicle. So let's just drag this up and see how it exactly looks. I feel like that definitely fits in. Then we're going to make the door for this room actually enter right here. So we got 4 blocks up like that. Actually, it's not 4 blocks up, 4 blocks sideways. And where did the door just go? Anyways, here we are. We got this lovely looking room in here with the microcontroller. I don't know where we should put that. And then we have all this space on the side of this wall right here of really unknown stuff that we should add. So we're going to block off the wall right here, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're going to do. So since this is like some type of military command center, we can fill it up with bedding. All right, so I hope we can fit bunk beds in here. I totally think we can, but I just think this will definitely add a lot of style to the vehicle itself. Oh, we have to make it 1 block longer. So as you can see, we got 2 beds here. Let's place another set of beds above the set. So we got a bunk bed system going on here. We can have 4 people sleeping at a time, and these people will be working around the clock if anything's happening, of course. And then as you can see, there's even a little bit of more room on the side here. We can fill up with just some random blocks. I was thinking about armoring it, but I don't think that'd exactly be necessary. And then we're gonna have splitters in between these little cabins here, so they're not like next to each other that close. All right, so let's see, what else could we add to make this look a little bit better? So I'm thinking for the bottom bunks only, we'll have like a drawer system. So this will actually have a sliding door that'll slide out, and you know, if you want to get any first aid or something. So for that, we got a linear track right here, and this will just power the entire system. We're gonna drag it out to like right there maybe, and then same thing on this other side. And then we need the actual motor system. So it's gonna be this linear base thing, and we're gonna make it the one all the way back here so it can push it out the farthest, and plus on that side, and then plus on the other side. And then we're gonna block it all off like this, so it'll be like a little bit of a surrounding area here. I'll show you what I mean. So now we have an area of like what, 5 blocks, 4 blocks right here that we can put little like first aid kits in. And then you're probably wondering where we're gonna put all of our logic at. So logic is, wait, where did it go? These little microcontrollers right here that basically are computers. Like, where are we gonna put the computers at? So of course it needs to be in like a reinforced area, because you know, we cannot have those getting struck, because that would like shut this entire thing down. So I'm thinking this little area on this side is going to be exactly just that. So I think we're gonna have it open for the public. We don't want it to be too big, because we don't want to have too many computers. That'll definitely cause like lagging multiplayer issues. And this isn't just gonna be your average logic area. We're gonna be making this reinforced, of course. So we're gonna be adding more robotic pivots. I know we're going to be adding more. There's probably too many. So as you can see, I've added multiple robotic pivots, and one of them's actually facing upwards. That'll just make sure it doesn't rotate like at all. So this just basically locks it in. And this is going to be the platform all of our computers will be sitting on. So it shouldn't, none of the main body stuff should spread it to it. So we're just going to line it all the way to the back of this. And then I'm going to show you another tactic we're going to use to armor this thing. We're actually going to delete this block right here, because that's like too far in the interior. We're going to add 2 more robotic pivots on both sides just like this, and then we're going to be adding an additional armored wall in between this. So let's see, it didn't go below here. Oh crap, we got to line it up. There we go. Now we have an additional protective wall on this side, protecting any like penetration on this. Even though we already have one on the outside, it'll go through the red one, and then it'll have to go through this one. Like, there's no way that should get hit unless like a really large autocannon hits it, which totally is possible. Like, this is definitely not like destructible proof. It's just a safe, you know, it's to keep it a little bit more protected than per usual. And just because I'm a little bit extra, I think we're going to be adding another one on the ceiling. So this is, oh my gosh, this is just way too much armor, but I like it. Like, I like how armored this is. Now let's spawn it in and make sure we didn't armor it too much where we get a robotic pivot warning, and we don't. That's amazing. So this is where all of our computers will sit at. And I'm not really worried about this side because we'll have like more walls and stuff right here. All right, so let's remove the one robotic pivot, I meant computer, that we actually have in this thing. So let's see, which wall will it actually be on? We're going to have it on this one right here. So this blue platform is actually going to be what's officially holding all of our computer systems up. And we did forget in the armoring video about the bottom part, or I said I was going to do it later, but we didn't do it. So now we have to armor the entire bottom part, which shouldn't be an issue. And I'm still wondering where we should put our generator at. I know some of you guys were asking me to put a generator, and of course we're going to do that. That's super smart. So there we go. We got the bottom kind of reinforced here. Now I'm going to be filling it up with blocks, and now it is definitely pretty reinforced. And then to staple this thing down to the main body, we're going to grab robotic pivots like this. And where's the red at? So we're going to go in here and look for red. It is all over. Wait, I did this wrong. Okay, so I put a hole way too far back. There we go. So now we should see red right above it. Place one of those right there, and another one right there. Merge it in, and this should be like super glued down to this thing. So we should all be good. Of course, we got to spawn it in and test it. Yep, it has not fallen out of place, and it's extra armor now. Also, some of you guys were saying weight blocks have a little bit of more armor to them. So I'm pretty sure I believe that. I don't exactly know, but I believe it, honestly. So we're just gonna line this thing with weight blocks, and this is also good for one reason. It lowers our center of mass and keeps everything super low, so it should be really hard to tip over. So that's just a ton of weight sitting at the bottom, and we just made it look nicer. And of course, we can't forget about the built-in generator that we will have in our interior, but it'll be in a separate like airtight compartment. So we're gonna put it right here, and we are just filling this thing up to the brim with stuff. So this is gonna be our little generator area. We'll probably make this in like the systems video or some other video, but definitely not in interior. And of course, we can't forget about our radio communication. So we're gonna make a pretty small room on this side, and this is gonna be where all of that stuff is at, right next to the computers. All right, so I've added enough radios to probably find like a NASA frequency that no one should know about. That's probably really insane. We're gonna go ahead and block off that little bottom area. Wait, should we do that for over here too? Why not? And of course, we can't forget to block off this top area. There we go. That looks way better. Then of course, we can't forget about the actual command center side of things, and we're going to be adding all the stations over here that will be communicating through multiple different network systems. So we're going to go ahead and place this one block back from this, and we have to have 3 blocks here, and actually we're going to do this one more block. Okay, I feel like this will just look a little bit nicer. So that's one little slot right here. No idea what it's going to be, of course, but there we go. We got that done, and we're going to do, how long is it? 1 2 3. All right, perfect. We got the same exact length, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So we have all the little mobile command center areas done, or the little stations. So I don't know if this last one's going to count. It just kind of perfectly fitted there. So we got 1 2 and 3 as of now. We'll probably add some more because I got some pretty good ideas you guys shoot at me with, and I kind of feel like this is just too much space to work with here. So you know what, I think we're just gonna put a big old hole in the ceiling right here. All right, I feel like that looks good enough. So now we've just created a giant hole in this thing that's probably a big security threat. And not only that, but what are you guys thinking we should actually put here? I don't know, guys. Maybe we'll just try thinking of something, but of course it does have to be a little bit armored here. We're gonna use the white color here for the inside. Now I want to add something pretty cool. So no, this is not an escape pod. I've just realized it probably looks like that. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh my gosh, should we do that? But we're gonna have this thing completely blocked off and sealed off from the rest of this area, and this is going to be our last little command center area. And then this is going to be the you know how they have in real life, they have those big towers that stick out and like a camera on the top. Oh yeah, that's what we're doing on this thing. So I'd say it looks pretty cool in the inside of this thing. It looks amazing, if I'm not gonna lie. Definitely need some color. These radios, yeah, okay, so we got to do something about that. All right, so if you didn't get what I was aiming at, I was thinking about putting a helicopter in here, or like a little drone, but I've just realized a drone's probably not going to fit in here, so we could just attach it to the ceiling. So you can make drones pretty small, and like, I don't know if we should add an escape pod there, because that seems like a little extra. I want this to still be realistic, guys. Okay, please keep that in mind. All right, so I think we got the blueprint basically completed. Let's take a look on this green section here. So let's take a bird's eye view, and here it is. This looks pretty nice and realistic. Here, let's go up a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, so this is basically what it looks like. I think this looks like amazing. I don't know if I could have done a better job if I had to do it again, but I don't think we have enough time to like fill in all the interior today. I'm gonna do a little bit though. So we are gonna work on the armory right here. Once again, we don't need a passcode on it, because if you're in here and you're a criminal, I don't think you should already like have access. I don't know, but we're gonna start on the armory. So we're gonna type in our thing here, armor. I spelled armored wrong in one of my thumbnails. I remember that. Thank you guys all for letting me know. I definitely got the point. All right, so armor right there, and we just made it perfect for both sides, and then we're gonna color it a nice blue color. Okay, so neotastic blue, maybe. There we go. All right, there we go. That looks amazing. Then of course we cannot forget about all the rifle stuff. So let's see, I kind of wanted a TV on one of these walls here. We'll just delete the wall. All right, that'll work. We'll delete that wall. We're gonna add some rifles like so. So we're gonna do like 4 rifles on the bottom, and then each and every one of those is going to have a decent amount of ammo, of course, because what is a rifle without ammo? That is a ton of ammo. And then we cannot forget about the handgun you have to have. So let's make this actually look up right there, and we got those. And then we're going to even add some pistol ammo on the top. We only need 1 pistol ammo thing for each one. And of course, this can't just be an armory, because we need a supply closet in this thing, and this is also going to be one. So we're going to add some binoculars right here. We need some night vision binoculars too. All right, so let's see, C4 detonator. I don't know about that, that, guys. Okay, I don't know about a C4 detonator. I feel like that'd probably just be a little bit too extra, but this wall over here is going to be our first aid wall. So we got some first aid over there. We're going to even add a fire extinguisher. Actually, we probably shouldn't, you know, we don't need a fire extinguisher in this room. We'll probably have it outside of all the rooms. You guys need to remind me of that though. So let's see what else we should add. I'm looking. Flare gun. Okay, I'd say that probably fits in like this emergency side over here. So flare gun, we'll just add 2 of those. And then you definitely cannot forget about these defibrillators. So we're going to probably have this be in use a decent amount. So we'll add a decent amount of those. And we're going to have 2 radiation detectors just in case, you know, stuff might go down to be that way. A signal locator. I feel like that'd be probably on this side of the wall. And there we go. We filled up this side of the wall completely, but we cannot forget about radios. All right. Communication is key and you need radios to talk. So communication radios. All right. So we're going to be adding a decent amount of these, probably one for at least 2 crew members each. And y'all, we can definitely not forget about welders. So these are super, super important stuff. Where did my camera go? And you know, we need welders for everything. And by the way, I'm stacking both of these sides to the ceiling. We're going to have everything in this thing. So don't worry about it. All right. So we got this thing basically packed full. I've realized because of this new Stormworks fluids update. Yeah. We need an HVAC system, which means we need an area to get fresh air in. I don't know if this will actually affect radiation. Wouldn't that affect radiation? I don't know. But I personally could not tell you how to make an HVAC system because I have no idea. And I think we're going to have it be in the same room as this little thing that actually extends here. And then on the top, we're going to have it be our camera. Should we add another one? I don't know. I feel like that looked dumb. Okay, so let's see. Camera. Wait, should we just use a gimbal or which one's the best one? 60, 50. I think this one's the best one. We'll just put that up there. Okay, so I think that's the best one. I don't know. I have a guess. Now we have all this room in here for the HVAC. I have no idea to do that. I might even have to contact 454 on that because he's like pretty good at that type of stuff. I don't know. I have no idea HVAC stuff. So let's just do a little bit of a review of what we've actually added today. I think infinite electric is on. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna extend the stairs here. Extend. Did I do this right? There we go. All right, so we're gonna walk in like the king we are. We're gonna walk in here. Oh, I just grabbed. Oh, I can grab stuff from this side. What the heck? Anyways, we got the bathroom here, the storage area here. Oh my gosh, this looks awesome. Okay, and then the bathroom sleeping area. This is the situation room. So we're gonna have a ton of desk over here, probably a big monitor right there. It's gonna look cool. Then we got the actual generator area right here. I don't know how we're gonna stuff a generator in there, but we'll figure it out. We definitely need one that's kind of EMP proof. I don't know how to do that. And then we have our little workspace stations over here that'll probably have 2 or 3 monitors on each one right there, one right there, and that's where it'll actually end off at, where we have our little stuff over here. I don't know if we're gonna keep this hole in the thing. Please let me know what we should fill it in with or just completely redo it, because I think it looks a little bit weird, but just let me know. But guys, that's probably gonna be it for this video. Make sure you go check out the partnership with NordVPN down in the description for the ultimate online security, and make sure you go like and subscribe, hit that bell, join the Discord, link is in the description. But thanks for watching and goodbye.